Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. Let's talk a little bit of 49er football. If you stick around, you might hear one of my dad jokes. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday. And it is coffee time. Hope everybody is having a good morning. Let's go ahead and get our show started. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We have a new kicker now. That's always fun. Drop my little link. All right. So let's get started, folks. We have a new kicker. His name's Zane Gonzalez. Let me see if I can put his banner down below. So the title of the show is Our Missing Key. What is our missing key? Do we quite yet have him on our team yet? Well, we will find out, won't we? Zane Gonzalez looks like he's been in the league for a little while. He's been on Carolina, Arizona, and Cleveland. Those are some winners there. But it doesn't matter what team you are on. It matters where you are and how you do from there. What opportunities you're given and what you do with them when you're given them. So, all right, we got my man Korey Davis, lockdown Korey Davis. We're going to be bringing him in. We're also going to be bringing in my guy Jon Jay, the man with the plan.
What's up?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right. It is that time, everyone. If you have a cup, bring it to your lips and take a drink. Because the show is the coffee time. And we have one more guy coming in real quick. I'm going to bring him down here below, and we're going to get started. Steve-O, how you doing today? All right. Thanks for coming, Steve-O. And Korey, John. So my topic for today is what's the missing key? And we just signed a kicker. We have a couple other things, and I know we talked a little bit about this on other shows, but just basically I want to expand it a little bit and just go over it a little bit. There's been some details that's come out about quarterbacks possibly coming to the Niners possibly reaching out to them, and then there's been like Cam Newton. Cam Newton just said it today. There's 32 other guys that are better. He's better than 32 other guys, right? So why isn't he playing? Why did the Niners ask him? I think there's a lot of good stuff right there. So I'm really curious because if quarterback's the only missing key that we need, then we should be winning the Super Bowl for like next however long we can sign them, right? So with that, I really truly got to say, I don't think it's just the quarterback that we're missing. And I don't want to bring up old wounds, but this is a show that we can talk about. And when we were in the championship game against the Rams 2 years ago, if we would have made that interception, maybe the game would have been different. But there's a lot of what ifs. But what we're talking about right now is what do we need? What is our missing key? Is he on the team? Is he in the draft? What do you guys think?
He's probably already on the team. It could be Trey Lance. It could be the person. But we just don't know that yet because he only played a few games and got injured. That's the thing. We're almost always there, just close. But you don't seem to get over that hump because of injuries. Like Brock Purdy getting hurt. Boom. We were going smooth sailing all the way into playoff. Soon. Then all of a sudden, championship game, he get hurt. And then once he got hurt, that was over with. Even though we brought in Johnson, I knew as soon as Purdy went down, the game was over. I said, it's over with. I don't see us winning with Johnson. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, sorry, Korey.
And then if we say that Johnson got a little pass, we beat the Eagles. Well, we will be able to beat Kansas City in Super Bowl with John Johnson. Because Brock Purdy wouldn't have been ready for that game. And don't know if Jimmy would have been. He probably would have been ready. Okay, I can ready now. I'll play Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, I can be your hero now. What do you think, John?
About the quarterback situation?
Well, in general, is the missing key on the team right now, or are we still searching? It could be the quarterback. It could be, it's not the kicker anymore. We got a kicker. So
Missing piece. I have to agree with Korey. I think the quarterback has been the one that's been holding us back because we have a really good team. Like you look at compared to other teams, like, we have a number one tight end. We got quality receivers. We got quality running backs. Defensive side of the ball, I don't really need to say anything. We have a lot of good teams, but the quarterback, and call me, maybe a little bit of a Jimmy Stan, he was not the problem. It was his injuries that kept him off the field. But if Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, like with respect to Sam Darnold, he's not getting that number one job. I do think Trey Lance, if he stays healthy, will be a great, competent quarterback who can be a good leader, and we can win a lot of games with him. Or Brock Purdy, he's a good, competent quarterback who we can win a lot of games with. So I just hope that the quarterback, whoever it is, I am not a one versus the other. I just want one quarterback to stay healthy for an entire year, and I think we can have a 2019 season. A healthy quarterback, a lot of wins.
Yes, I agree. What do you think, Steve-O?
I think we have everything we need. I mean, look, if I go to your house, keep knocking on the door, and you don't answer, 3-4 times, I'm just going to kick it in. We just need to kick it in, The quarterback, no matter who it is, I have trust in both of them. The more I listen to people about how good Trey is, and then I start actually looking at stuff, and I'm like, well, the guy couldn't complete a 5-yard pass, and he's reading the wrong read on the RPOs 70% of the time, and I'm like, but I have faith he'll fix that. I have problems playing the game myself, RPO. I keep making the wrong reads myself, but it's just depth. This is a grueling game. Would you rather have a physical team, that gets hurt more, or a finesse team that's not as good, but doesn't get hurt as less? And I would say most people want that physical team. There's a reason why, pretty much nobody won after they played us. That's probably never happened ever. And we just need depth, everywhere, solid depth, $1 million, defensive line, just $1 million players. I think we got everything we need. We got the, arguably the coach of the year last year. We got key players everywhere. We just need depth everywhere because this is a grueling game. Everybody's gonna roll your ankle. You're out a week or game or something. We're there. As long as hopefully we don't have to travel that much this year. But I'm pretty solid in our team.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe that's all we need is just we got exactly what we need. And if you're not answering the door, we're gonna keep knocking. If you're not answering, we're coming in. We're coming through that door. Let me bring in David real quick.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Good morning.
Nice to see you this week.
Yeah, you too.
You got the question today, David, we'll ask you since you popped in. What is the missing key? Is it on the team? Do we not have them?
Huh?
I think I think we got everybody we need, but we just missing that one quarterback. and take us over the hump and win that NFC championship and to get us over to get in the Super Bowl and win it, you know? That's why I think we just one quarterback away. Cause we got the pieces already.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the consensus. Go ahead, Steve-O.
I mean, I only want my quarterback throwing 20 times a game, and I think we can win.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm at too. I don't need a quarterback that's super flashy with the statistics or, have the awesome numbers and everything like that. I need a quarterback that has good, solid numbers. I want a game manager, somebody that can manage to win the game, and when he does need to pull it out, he can pull it out. And I think that was maybe that was probably the difference between Kaepernick and Alex Smith, because Kaepernick wasn't a game manager. He had the ability to pull it out, at the end. But when he played within the scheme, we won a lot of games. When we didn't necessarily just rely on him, we won a lot of games. I have to think, if we had a solid quarterback, that stayed healthy, we would be going very far. How far we go with 4 quarterback season.
Drake coming over here around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I think if Brock Purdy didn't get injured, it's like after Brock Purdy got injured, like everybody almost like gave up, and then the defense let a lot of points up, So I think if he would stay healthy and he played the full game of the Eagles, I think we would won that game and be in the Super Bowl. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he would have stayed healthier, we could have definitely made some noise in that game. But one thing though, good morning, Ryan.
What up, bruh?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, about 7 hours of sleep. We back at it.
Yep, you know how we do it.
I woke up at 8 o'clock on the dot out of nowhere, and I'm like, no.
You're just waiting for a stream to pop up, huh?
So, Brian, this is my question for the day for the panel, I guess. What's our missing key? Is it quarterback? Is it a different position? Is it on the team? Or are we still searching?
What's up, man?
Okay, so the question is what's the missing key? What do we need to get or find to get to the Super Bowl, right? We keep getting really close, but we're not quite getting there. And Steve-O made the analogy, like we're getting to the door, we're just not being able to kick it in yet, right? So what do we need to do to kick in this door to the Super Bowl? Is it a missing quarterback? Is it a missing defensive player? We got a kicker now, so the consensus in the room before you answer is been quarterback. We're missing a quarterback, either a healthy quarterback or somebody that can manage.
For the kicker, what did he do for the Panthers? Like, what's his possession? Like, how many made field goals and how many missed field goals he had?
Well, that's kind of a hard. Go ahead.
About 80%.
Oh, he's like 80%?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's what we need too. We need a guy who kicks long field goals and could make that kick and could say we had like 3 seconds in the game and like three is a tie ball game. We need that kicker to make that field goal.
The only problem I have with Zane is he's been on multiple teams. He's not necessarily been just with one team. He's been with multiple teams, and he's been injured. So for us to say we need a kicker to come in and make kicks who's been injured, I think that's a little scary. I know Robbie got injured in the last couple of seasons, and maybe that's why we're moving off of him, because we know he's been injured. So for us to go after somebody that's already injured, this again, I think it's like a Trent Baalke kind of move. Like why do we keep on going after like the ACL guys? This is a kicker. He needs his legs. What do you think, Ryan?
Morning.
What's up?
Korey?
Oh.
No, I was letting Ryan go because you asked him, but then David came in and interrupted.
Right.
No, I think we're a healthy quarterback away.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
anybody hear the comments? Go ahead, Steve.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem with the NFC. Maybe the Cowboys. They might have got a little better, but I'm looking. See, we need to see what the weaknesses are of like the Bills, Kansas City, the Bengals. See what their weaknesses are, and we need to build strength towards that to take advantage of that to actually, go into the Super Bowl as favorites.
So did anybody hear Cam Newton coming out saying, I'm better than those 32 other guys in the league?
Oh yeah, long time ago.
So if he came out and said that, what was the deal? Were we just really waiting for Jimmy to come back, or did we just not want anything to do with Cam?
So I watched Cam on I don't know if The Pivot or one of those shows, but Cam, he was kind of like, I know he still wanted to play and everything, but he's kind of like more interested in his brand and raising his kids and everything and smoking cigars and learning how to cook and do all this stuff. But he would not come. He's basically like he's not gonna take a backup role, and that was his whole thing. And
What's
this was
Cam's brand? Is that like overpriced hats and scarves? Is that his brand?
I know hats for sure. These little goofy hats for sure.
Yeah. Well, he's always got them scarves too. Like he can't. Like I call them Johnny Depp hats because I just always picture Johnny Depp wearing them, but he's like doesn't wear them.
So part of this pro day coming in, and I know his brother was there. It might have been, because he didn't talk to the media afterwards. It might have been more of a, and I think he could still probably be a top 15, 20 guy, but I don't know. It might have been more of a publicity stunt for his brand, to get his brand back out there because he's been kind of on the down low lately. But he won't take a backup job. That's exactly what he said. 32 other people. I kind of believe that, but I also believe that with Kaepernick as well, and so I don't think he was that serious about it.
But
I don't think so either.
Go
ahead, Korey.
Can you name a player gonna say, "I'm not better than the other 32 teams, other 32 quarterbacks out there"? Or, every quarterback thinks they're better than the other quarterback that's on the opposite team. So. They're gonna say that. They're gonna say, I think I'm the 30. I think I'm the 10th best of this team.
Cam never made the Pro Bowl after his MVP season.
So every quarterback gonna say they better. Every running back gonna say they better.
Yeah, if you don't say you're good, you don't really believe in yourself, right? You got to be like, hey, I can play, look at me. But I don't think he was saying, look at me when we were in the playoffs last year. And if he was, we weren't listening because I think he was better than Josh Johnson. I really do. I think at a certain point, the Niners were like, we can still win with Josh. And I don't know if he was in the huddle and he was just messing up on the cadence or, like, oh, man, what's the play? And then Houston's like, hey, this is what we're doing. Or, Kittle's like, just throw me the ball. Something happened, right? But at a certain point, they're like, man, this isn't happening. And then, he took his hands off, his eyes off the ball, and it goes the other way. And then that was it. So, yeah, I think Cam washed. I really do. But,
I don't even think Cam Newton, if he came in, I still say, we done. If we Brock Purdy went down, I would still say we done because I don't think Cam Newton can run this team. It took him a while to learn the cadence of the offense and stuff too. That's when you don't know the playbook.
Yeah, you gotta know the verbiage and stuff like that. You gotta be able to manage, and I think he kind of nailed it there too. When he had his Super Bowl against the Broncos and he didn't jump down on the ball, I think he kind of made his decision right then. You got to go for the ball. It's Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. today. I watched the first play. Josh Johnson came in, and when they break the huddle, CMC goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like CMC didn't know the play. He had to ask Josh Johnson to play, and we just assumed that he knew the whole playbook, because he got there week like 8 or 9. But he didn't even know CMC didn't know the play that they were running when Josh Johnson first got in there. So you got to remember, there was a learning curve with that as well.
David Corona,
What's up, man?
are you at a ball field?
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, I can tell because I've played a lot of baseball.
Yeah, you know what's up.
Yep. Look at that. It's a nice ball field.
This is a Lanza.
Nice. I used to play at Balboa Park a lot.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's just too bad you don't have a social media because I will send you all those cool baseball pictures of me.
Yeah. I think I seen them when you show all your pictures.
Mm-hmm. It's not at the Tommy, my boy. Respect. I don't know what pocket
Tommy's
cool basketball. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Well, that's always fun. If you played, you played. If you know, you know, right? But let's it's a lot of fun. Baseball's fun.
I don't want to humble brag, 2-time champ.
2-time champ. So what do you guys think about Zane? I mean, like, I'm thinking he might just be a camp play. I'm not really gonna take too much stock into it. I'm not buying his jersey until they officially sign him, and like say he's gonna be kicking this year. At this point, I think they're just rolling the dice. I think we still might go after undrafted kicker.
Do you think if I know Christian McCaffrey played quarterback in college, right?
Yeah.
You think if they brought him in instead of Josh Johnson in quarterback, you think we could have won that game with Christian McCaffrey in quarterback?
No.
No.
I agree with you, Bryant, that they might just be giving this kicker a try. They might bring in another kicker. Unless it's our defensive coordinator saying, to Kyle them, this guy can kick that ball. I trusted him, because, he was at Carolina. Maybe it's Wilkins seeing something in him. We don't know.
That's the only thing that I can, think about in this situation because they brought in a couple of Panther players already. So they got to be like, oh, this is a good guy. He deserves a different shot, or we could use him here. That's the only reason I think he got signed is the familiarity. Somebody piped up and said, hey, they're going to let him go for free. And that's basically what we got for him is he's free. So one man's trash and another man's gold. So hopefully he gets a shot, takes a crack at it. I would like to read his stats. He's been in the league for a little while. And it looks like overall, like last year he had like 90% percentage rate in 2020. He had 72. 19 he had 88. 18 he had 77. And 18 he was on 2 teams. He had 40% when he played with Cleveland. He was originally with Cleveland. And then overall, he's an 80% kicker. He's attempted 113 field goals, and he's made 91. That's not too bad. But that's your job, too, is to make kicks. So
yeah. Now, when he lines up the kick, I'm going to be kind of nervous.
Yep.
Because I'm not used to him. I don't know him. Like, when Robbie Gold came up to kick, I kind of felt, okay, I think we got this. I know we got this kick. I think we're going to kick. He going to kick this, You had this. Yeah, he didn't miss a couple, but, a lot of time Robbie Gold don't miss.
Especially in the playoffs.
It's perfect. We got him, draft one in the 7th round or whatever, and may the best, kicker competition. Yeah, lose, win.
Yeah, I agree because you have to have competition at every position. You can't just have somebody be like walking on the field and not giving it their all because they're guaranteed their spot. That doesn't make us. That doesn't bode well for us at all. Competition brings out the best. I like a lot of people say it. Iron sharpens iron. Well, I don't know if any of you guys have feelings, but if you chew on tinfoil, you get shocked. So if you're not doing it the right way, or if you're not doing something, you're gonna screw up and you can get hurt. It's like you have to compete. You can't just be given anything. And when you're given something, you don't respect it. You don't take appreciation for it. So
I was gonna let you guys go because I need my phone for today. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, David, for hopping in.
Yeah, for sure, man. See you guys next time. All right.
I think Bebop had a question.
That was David, and appreciate him stopping in. But yeah, to just expand on that a little bit, you have to compete with somebody. If you don't compete, why are you even playing the game, right?
Yep.
I think Bebop had a question for you, Bryant.
Let me check real quick. Jumped into the wrong spot. Let's go over here. Go down to Bebop. Bryant, there you are. Who would you rather have, Gold or Gonzalez? Well, that's pretty easy for me. I would say Gold for the familiarity. I like Gold. I'd like to see Gold win a ring and then retire. Or go to a different team, but I'd like to see him win a ring. He's been in the league for a very long time. I trust Gold. He's probably one of my top 5 players on the 49ers right now. So I would definitely say let's get him a ring. But if the guy's heart's elsewhere, maybe he's just ready to hang him up. That's fine. Let him go. But I'm just not confident in saying Gonzalez right now. First off, we don't know a whole lot about him. He's jumped around on a lot of teams. And I kind of said it. I'm not trying to put these teams down, but you're on Cleveland. You're on the Cardinals. You're on the Panthers. You're not necessarily like playoff contending. You're not necessarily being depended on to win a bunch of games either. So I'd like to see maybe he comes out and he's got that spark. Maybe he's rejuvenized. Maybe he's that missing key that we need. But I'd rather have Robbie. Does anybody else want to take a crack on that one?
If he can throw for a first down, he's my guy.
Right.
And that's the hard thing is you never know if a guy has that clutch gene or not. We pretty much know Robbie's got that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Tommy Huxley's a musician. He has a YouTube channel too. Plays guitar. I think he does a couple other things too. He's awesome.
I call him the GOAT of guitar playing.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Really, really cool. I also would like to learn how to play the guitar, but sometimes you get doing too many things and you just don't have the time or maybe the patience. Maybe one day. But getting back to this, is there a quarterback out there that you guys see that we could take a run on besides Trey Lance, besides Sam Darnold? Is there even anybody out there that's even worth going after or looking at? And what I mean by this is we have a solid quarterback room right now. Purdy's coming back. So is quarterback our missing key, or is possibly there's just another piece we're not looking at? Do we need another linebacker? Do we need a right tackle? Because at this time, free agency is happening. We have all these pieces moving everywhere. And I'm pretty solid right now, at least with the kicking spot. I know I'm not confident in Zane, but that would be my draft pick, right? I'd be going after a kicker. So for you guys, are you guys going for kicker, quarterback, third round comp, running back? What do you think, Korey?
I've been saying I've been talking about a center. So I don't know about Brendo being our center. Well, I want to get somebody, if they come in there and they can learn the system didn't get in there. I don't know, but I want to look at another fullback to replace Juszczyk when he's getting ready to go. We ain't gonna have him that long, So we got to think about the future of our fullbacks. That's who I was gonna say. I want to draft when they said it's your turn. I said okay, let's let Ryan go. I was gonna look at I wanted to look at a fullback. Okay.
I think.
Go ahead, Steve.
I think I'd like another. I still think we're going to draft in the second and pick up another offensive lineman. But I'd say we got enough picks. We need a body for the practice squad for QB. So I'd say use the last 2 7th rounders for just pick up 2 QBs and just see if we get lucky.
What do you think, John?
Let's see. First, if the Niners do go after a quarterback, there's one quarterback who I think really, really is a good match for Kyle's offense, the TCU quarterback. He played in a pro-style offense, West Coast system, a lot of play actions, run game, tight end oriented. So that would make a lot of sense for the 49ers. It would fit the scheme. He wouldn't be someone that the Niners would have to force in, but he could be like Brock Purdy, learning. Good practice squad quarterback, for the defense. I don't think there's a free agent quarterback that's out there that we're going to sign. I do think right tackle, because the Niners yesterday we're at 4 pro days, all offensive line. Shrugs from Penn State, another at UCLA, a center, and they were at 2 tackles practice yesterday. So I think they really, really looking at the offensive line, because when you're at 4 pro days, 2 centers, 2 tackles, I think they are looking at improving the offensive line. So I'm taking that information and I'm going to take a guess and say that we're going to go right tackle, maybe center.
And in your opinion, would they be starting this season, or are they going to be redshirted? John?
I'm sorry, Brian.
Go ahead.
I gotta go. I gotta get my hair cut and stuff. I got an appointment to get my hair cut.
All right. So, well, thanks for coming, and look forward to seeing your ears lowered later.
He's gonna be looking sharp for the
have a good
one. Trivia question day.
Later. All right, Korey.
Peace out, Korey.
All right, peace.
Shout out to Korey always having his 49ers gear on and always being dressed to the T with it. You know what I mean? He's always got everything is a Niner gear.
I'm too poor to have anything. I don't have a jersey or nothing. One day I will.
I have a jersey. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm when I see that much money for a jersey, I'm like, yeah, fucking right. I'm not spending that much money on a goddamn jersey. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm like, show me where the value is in that. $270 for what?
Or somebody else's logo, you know what I mean? You want me to advertise for you, but I got to pay out my pocket.
Right. It's like if it was really good material, you know what I mean? If it was something that you couldn't stain with nacho cheese, you know what I mean? That was just durable and was going to hold up. My Justin Smith jersey, the letters, it's coming apart where the stitching is whatever they put inside the numbers that to raise it and kind of make it stiff, that's coming out. And I'm like, I paid top dollar for this one. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I got a really nice right one, but I mean, it's really nice. The only thing is that the stitching on it, where they put the says San Fran or whatever, it's misspelled. And I'm like, oh, they got me.
See, I haven't done it yet, but I've thought about getting a whole shipment from China of jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, if you're not going to make it, like even a T-shirt with some player's number on it is way too expensive.
Mhm.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, they break in the dryer. They wear out. You get little holes in them.
Yeah, give me some good quality stuff if I'm going to pay that much.
I've lived in California most of my life, and then we ended up moving. Well, I moved, and I've told a couple of you guys this story. Moved to Kentucky, and when we moved back because my sister, her heart's on this side of her body, ours is on this side, and her heart's backwards. So she needed another surgery, and it was just getting to the point where the medicine wasn't able to keep correcting her. So we come back out to California, and we really decided to move back from Kentucky after like being there about 2 years. Well, when we got out here, it wasn't too much longer, and we heard your place is on fire. So everything that we had that we didn't bring in a backpack or, I have a Volkswagen bus. I put a couple boxes in it and it was stored on a buddy's property. That was safe. So lost a lot of stuff. So I go to their stores and I buy a lot of stuff. I told you guys I collect Niner jackets, but I won't spend a bunch of money on it. The black and gold reversible jacket I have, I spent $30 on it. It's a $600 jacket. I'm not selling it. It's just one of those things. It's like when I find it, I'll pick it up. I'll pick up a torn, a really bad gold jacket, see if I can fix it or save it. It's one of those things. It's like, to me, it's kind of like the American flag. I don't want to burn it. I don't want to see it go to the trash. So like I even have a locker, like a little foot locker with the 49er helmet on it. And I put a lot of stuff that's like damaged, that's trash, that might be able to be saved. I put it there because, you never know. And I brought this point up to other people too. It seems like when the Niners are winning, everything's going good, right? But when they're losing, you can go thrift stores, you can find their stuff, but you can't find it in the stores. I'm walking around in Walmart. I see Patriots in Stockton, California. Patriots crock pot. The Steelers crock pot. I'm like, where's the Niners crock pot, right? Mm-hmm. There's no Raider crock pot. I mean, I'm like, this isn't right. And then now they're winning, and you see it a little bit more and more, the Niners on chips and stuff like that and sodas and stuff, and that's cool, but I don't want to see them lose so I can go get my stuff, but I'm with you guys. I'm not going to go blow a bunch of money on something. And I told you guys last time, this is the jersey. This is my first jersey my parents bought me after I got smacked by the car. And yeah, Brian, you're right, man. You can't get the nacho cheese stain out of it. I got a big old nasty soda stain on the bottom of it, but I'm not getting rid of it because this is my heart. This doesn't make me a 49er fan, but this makes me feel like I'm right there, And
it takes you back to when you first found love for them. You know what I mean?
And I've been eyeing those black jerseys, man. They look slick. I've never had I've only had the regular red or white, but those black ones look slick.
Dude, I don't know why. I don't know why we got rid of them. Everybody was like, I knew lots of people were like, those are ugly, and I was like, bro, those look intimidating as fuck.
Well, like, I'm gonna try my best to be as careful with this. In San Francisco, there's an area called the Mission. And people wear those black or white jerseys because there's some people who are afraid to wear the red ones for safety reasons. I'm not get too specific. So when the black jerseys came out, everyone were wearing it in that area. So it's changed. It's gotten much way better. But there was a time where I was like 12 years old. I was on one of the buses, and there was a dude with his girlfriend, and some dudes were not happy that he had a Niner jersey with the color red. So it's sad that there are people like that. It's just childish in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing too, because like my dream is to drive my Volkswagen bus to every NFL stadium in America, right? Whether it happen or not, but that's my bucket list, right? So I want to make it happen. I want to go tailgate in my Volkswagen bus. It's primered gray, but it's a red and white bus. I don't think I'm ever going to paint it red again, because if you drive in certain neighborhoods in America, they're shooting at you just because you have a red car. And I don't want my bus getting shot at. I don't want my family getting shot at. You ever been in a Volkswagen bus? They're like a tin can. You're not getting. There's no metal right there that's going to save you. The bolt's coming right through the door. So for me, like you go down there like the Los Angeles or where the Rams play, I don't like Jason Aponte said, he's walking after the stadium in dark, in red, and he's like, we need to get out of here. It's dark, and there's some colors you just don't wear, and that's not fair for fans who just want to go out and have a good time with their family or their friends and not cause problems and stuff like that. They just want to go and enjoy something that they watch. It's like me going to a Batman movie, right? And some nut just like Joker in the front shoots up everybody. You don't want to go and do that. You don't want to be a part of that kind of crowd either. So it's like we want to go to a football game because we think it's fun, but yeah, you can't get over that, man. People are just crazy because of colors.
Yeah, true.
Our fan base knows better than most. I mean, especially the San Francisco Giants. You got that Bryant Stowe guy like 5 years back or whatever. with his kid. And then the Niners and Rams. They had some things going on recently. So
I know, like, as a baseball fan, like I may clown the Dodgers because it's a rivalry, but in 2011, the year after they won their first World Series in San Francisco, that was, I think, their 7th or 8th anyway, and Brian Stowe was with his family after the game, and some troublemakers, because I don't think Dodger fans are bad. I just think they're troublemakers, and now he's in a wheelchair. He barely can speak. He's getting better. Like, he just started recently speaking. It's just scary that some people like only want to go to sports event to cause trouble. Like like the Dodgers have been in AT&T Park or Oracle or whatever it's called now, but we don't do that. Like we don't like harass them. Like they harass us, but we and also like the SFPD is in the stadium. Like I think we're the only city that the SFPD is in there. So we control ourselves. And when it comes to sports events, the PD is not like very serious. Like if they see something, they say, "Dude, there are kids around here. Stop acting like idiots. We don't want to arrest you. We don't have time for your dumbness."
Just want to shout out Joe Stevens. Don't give up in the fourth quarter, man. Welcome to the podcast life. You got to be about that life, man.
Hey, shout out to Ryan, man. 6 hours, dude. Like epic.
Whoa.
That was a good streak.
I can't take full credit for that. I obviously leaned on everybody that was on the chat there. You know what I mean? So congratulate yourselves. I mean, we knocked it out of the park. It was like we had consistent viewers the whole time. We didn't even really run out of stuff to talk about. That was the crazy stuff. Usually by 12 o'clock or 11:30 we run out of stuff to talk about, and that wasn't the case this time. What up, Ty?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There was a couple.
And then we stayed up. We stayed up another like 30 minutes in the chat afterwards.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to go to bed yet. I was like, hey, a couple more hours, we're doing my show. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I didn't even sleep the night before, so I was really tired.
Oh, I'm sure. I guess that would be a thing.
Yeah, you fell out like once or twice, and we're like, okay, we're running the show, guys. Ryan might be back, he might not be, but we're running the show. That was fun.
So did you hear what the Rams COO said to the season ticket holders? He sent them all a message. He told them that we are essentially planning on being the NFC champions this year.
Yeah, I seen Rudy posted that. It's like, well, that's just cliche.
To me, like who is this COO guy, and why is he either giving somebody false hope, giving fans false hope, or is he so stupid he doesn't see writing on the wall? Like, you've got two other teams in your division that's got a way better head start than you, and you think that somehow in the draft, with you're not even drafted in the first round, or I don't even know if they're drafted in the second round. Oh, they might be. They might have a second. But how are you going to put all that together to be able to get to the NFC championships?
That's kind of like my thoughts too with like Jed York, why are you going to try to go and get rid of Harbaugh and try to sell us on this season when we are here trying to get rid of our coach, the face of the franchise, and then you don't get rid of him, and then you fire him in the middle of the season, or we're supposed to be like, oh yeah, like we're going. After that, everybody started falling off. There was 49er fans who stopped watching the game. There was players that just didn't want to be in San Francisco anymore. I mean, for how many years? 2, 4 years? We didn't have anybody who wanted to play for us. The only people who were there were people who were under contract, and you can't do that kind of stuff. You can't. You can't tell people we're going to be competitive if you don't have any competition on your team. And what happened with the Rams? Didn't their head coach retired, right? Stafford's elbow and back are messed up, right? And Aaron Donald might retire, or he's still contemplating it. Yeah,
he's supposedly coming back. I'm not sold on that yet, but the head coach didn't retire, as far as I heard. But I don't know. They did lose their offensive and defensive coordinator, I believe, last I heard.
And like all their star players. The only people they have left really is Culp, Aaron Donald, and Stafford. And you think you're getting to NFC championships on the backup players you have and everybody you put in the draft and those 3 players? You think you're getting an NFC championship on that? With like 3 months of practice? No, bro. It's a little off the mark there.
Okay.
Shout out to Joe Stevens.
Yeah, that's a good question by Tommy. Do you guys think A-Rod is going to the Jets?
I don't give a shit.
100%. Hey, Bryant, were you the one that said you were going to have a Green Bay Packers fan on?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yep, my buddy.
Okay, cool. Because that's my second team, so that's where that's where I'm from. That's where my family is and everything. So, yeah, the thing is, it would have happened by now. But the thing is that if they keep Aaron Rodgers past, like, I think June 1st or whatever, if they trade him now, if they trade him after June 1st, they save themselves 40. They got to pay the $40 million. So if they wait till after June 1st, they save themselves $40 million. So that's why it hasn't happened yet. I mean, they could probably do the paperwork and post date it and everything, but that's part of the reason is, why it hasn't happened yet. And the downside is Aaron Rodgers doesn't get time with the Jets.
I think are they still holding off trying to get what's his name? Sauce Gardner? I think it's hilarious that the Green Bay Packers are getting rid of their franchise quarterback, and the only thing they can think about is let's try to improve our defense. And it's like, nah, bruh, you're going to need help on your offense because you're the quarterback you're bringing in, because I'm guessing you're not just handing it over to Jordan Love, because Jordan Love has had more time in a system and has less production than I've ever seen a backup quarterback picked as high as he was. Like,
I think that part of it too is the number 1 pick for the Green Bay Packers is the Jets is a 13th pick, and I think they want to give up a 1 for 2024 and not a pick that's the 13th round pick. So I think it'll happen after the draft.
I don't see how you can make a trade for Aaron Rodgers and not give away your shiny first round pick this year. I don't see that being a thing. I wouldn't do business with you if you weren't giving me your shiny new pick this year. Like, I'm giving you my shiny quarterback.
But honestly, I think he only plays 1 more year, so that's also an issue.
I think he plays at least 2 years with the Jets, maybe more if they win and they do well. But I think he gives it at least 2 years with the Jets, and then he just like, it didn't work, and then he goes to Minnesota.
The problem is we knock him out of the playoffs anyways.
Well, that's what I kind of think too. Is he's going to go to the Jets for a couple of years, and he'll go probably to the Vikings because for whatever reason he's got to emulate Brett Favre's career. So we'll see if he has any weird pictures in a bar in New York, right? But and if you know, you know. But Brett Favre, he wasn't that bad in New York, but when he went back to the Vikings, when he went to the Vikings, you could definitely see he still had it in the tank. And I think that's like my not scariness or whatever I'm worried about. But if he goes to the Jets, we don't worry about him. I know we beat him all the time, right? But we don't have to worry about him in the playoffs. If he goes to the Vikings, we have to worry about him, and he'll be on a different team with and it's just totally different weapons. You don't know what he's going to be doing, So I think that might be a disadvantage for us if we have to play him and he's not in Green Bay. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jordan Love either. I don't think the Packers are either. I would see the Packers possibly taking a quarterback this year.
Yeah, I think we just brought that up.
Yeah. Let's see. Last week, because Aaron Rodgers, like every Tuesday, speaks to Pat McAfee on his YouTube program, and he made it clear. He says, "Well, they've been trying to get rid of me," and I said, "All right, if you want me to go to the Jets or you want me to go somewhere, I'm going to go because you guys have made your decision. I've made my decision." And
he's helped them make their decision.
And I think the thing that's holding up their contract.
Yeah, and he's blaming them for making it.
So I think they're waiting, like what Steve-O said, that if they wait post June 1st, the dead money will only be $15 million, which will save them a lot of money. And the Jets will only have to pick up $15 million. So basically it's like $30 million. Basically it will be divided. So it'll be like 50-50. And then after that, the Jets are looking for a way to restructure that contract because, he was given $200 million for 5 years, fully guaranteed.
Real quick, do you guys, because I actually catch myself this guy named Tom Grossi. He's a Packers podcaster.
Yep,
Did you guys know that guy raises freaking $50,000 like when he sits down, man? That guy's freaking good.
Yeah, you've watched all four of them. When they do the four
urinating show? Tree, Brandon Perna.
That's who I could.
Brandon
urinating. But there's Brandon
Perna is.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorites. Like I like him more than Tom Grossi, even though Tom Grossi's like the team, like his team, like analysis at the end of the season, or like through the eyes of a certain fan. Those are funny from Tom Grossi. Like he does a great job with those. But like if I'm just gonna sit there and listen to somebody talk, David Perna's way more funnier. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's just he's got that zing.
I had Perna. I followed him first, and that's how I found Tom. And Perna's funny as hell, man. I like these guys. They do their little skits of every team and what their thoughts are. And these guys go through, like, if you don't watch football, you don't know the news, what's going on. These guys will do little skits that is literally telling you what's going on. And they make it in a funny way. It's just freaking great.
Just Perna's like TV and VHS and all that on the side. I love it. It just like the whole thing.
I like his comedy. I know, like, some people say is off-putting, but it's funny. Like, he's making fun. He's being sarcastic. Like, a lot of people don't like that type of humor. They think it's insult humor. No, it's sarcasm. I remember what he actually did a really good coverage of the Kinlaw Grant incident, and he played it off so well by saying, "Wow, I wish a athlete would make fun of me in a very playful, funny way," but he was trying to make it a crazy situation into a funny way. He knows how to play it out, and I'm shocked why this guy isn't a comedian. He could be selling out like little convention centers. He's funny. I love that type of thing. It's like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle will make you feel so uncomfortable, but he would also make you think about the jokes, and that's why people don't like him no more, because he tells the truth, and that is real humor. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I like all four of the guys. Scooter McGruder, if you guys have seen him too, all four of them are really funny. But shout out to him. He always puts something in like YouTube. He'll say something like, "Be kind today and drink water." So everybody, please be kind and drink water. It's not a bad idea. And then like Tom Grossi, very funny. He does a lot of analysis. breakdowns. He does different jerseys where he's wearing people's teams and stuff. And then, yeah, he does a little clip and very funny. Perna, he's very funny, but I got a little girl, so I can't watch him as much as I used to. There's a lot of, if you guys watched him for a couple minutes, you know about the jokes, and he's very funny, but he's a sport guy. It's not it's not a little kid show. So I totally appreciate him and understand him. But when those four guys get together, they start having like these wars or something like that. People saying jokes and stuff like that, and then they'll have super chats, and all four of their channels will be going, and people be dropping $100 to get him to say something funny. So I always look forward to like seeing Scooter after the Cowboys games, because he comes out and he's like, oh my God, it's just one thing after another. And it's just like, he makes me want to be his friend, like watching his videos. And that's where I'm like, I can get down with that and think like, yeah, man, you are a fan. And I appreciate that, because not everybody can be a 49er fan. And Tom Grossi, again, he does everybody's breakdown, but he's a big Packer fan. And that's how I found him. So I got 5 uncles that are Packer fans. So started finding out about Packer content too. So they're out there. We just probably have more
See, I remember. Yeah, I remember when Brandon Perna was still under like 80K, and Tom Grossi, where they were like still under, like where they were still developing their brand, and then they just exploded after 2020, and they just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's why they have a big following, because YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. A lot of people are like, Jon Jay, you need to have like 10, 15, 20,000. I said, well, it's not easy. And personally, I don't care anymore, because like I realize at this point, almost 2,000 subscribers in almost 3 years, I never thought that would ever happen. But, there are people who like can turn YouTube into a career, because again, I had a friend who worked from 2013 to 2018 when YouTube was becoming a $1 billion company. And, he explained how you grow a YouTube channel, in the correct way, how you do all that stuff, because there are people who cheat. And I don't want to be kind of rude, but there are people who like take the easy road and, do things they're not supposed to do, because they just want the easy road. I don't know why people do that, but I love what I do on my channel. It's not perfect. I don't have the big microphone. I don't have anything. I'm poor. I've done this with free software, and it looks professional. So shout out to all free software. Shout out to my best friend who makes $500K a year doing. He showed me how to do this, and without him, so I've had a lot of help by good people who's put me in the right direction. And sometimes my content is off-putting. Sometimes some people like it. And some people tell me, don't be nice to the people who disagree. Be hard on them. I said, no, I don't want to do that. But there are people who hate, some of the people who watch my stuff for some reason. They tell me on Instagram, on email, and they tell me, you got to kick those people out. They're fake 49. I said, I'm not going to do that. I don't do that. And I know people block people, on other channels. I don't want to name names, but don't do that. Don't block people. I let Rudy say the dumb things on my channel. It doesn't bother me. But anyway.
I agree. Blocking people, maybe, unless you're really having an issue with somebody, if you're having an issue, you might have to block somebody. I don't try to block people. I just try to explain to them, hey, you're messaging me more than my wife does, or, something like that, so maybe you should dial it down. Like I can't have my phone glued to my hand. So if you're messaging me a whole lot and I'm not getting back to you, I'm sorry. But guys, let's go ahead and do our little end of the table round table, and let's go ahead and get out of here. So start the rest of our Saturday, and I appreciate all of you guys coming. We're going to keep it a little shorter today. So Jon, you went ahead and started, but go ahead and tell everybody where your channel's at, how they can find you, and what you got coming up.
Well, first of all, Bryant, thanks for having me on your channel.
Always.
It's always an honor. Thank you, No Border Sports, for having me on. And it's always great talking to Steve-O. And if you guys want to follow me, again, it's not mandatory. My channel is called 49ers Ultimate Report. I do a lot of shorts now. I used to do a lot of streams, but occasionally, I'll be posting, live streams all the time. I just love 49ers football. So if you're looking for a place to like a community news channel where the fans can also tell the news and ask questions, that's a place for you. But again, Brian, thanks for having me on.
No, thank you, Jon. You definitely, your channel is really great. A lot of people do come in. Not everybody's going to ever agree with everything 100%. And salute to you for continuing the grind. And sometimes if you need to take time off and take a break, everybody understands that we're all people. But for you to keep coming on and like you said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And whether or not you want to make a goal out of this and make money, or you just want to have fun, or honestly, I want to wake up and have fun every day. So if this expires to something bigger than that, great. But for right now, I appreciate everybody that's been here. We had like 8 people, I think, at one time. And everybody watching, I really appreciate it. But let's drop down to Steve-O. Steve-O, go ahead and tell us what you're doing for the day, if you got anything going on. And then Ryan, and then I'll end it. And again, guys, thank you so much. Go ahead, Steve.
Wake up with Ryan later when we get some rest. Something I want to talk to him about. I got something on my sleeve, but other than that, yeah, something caught my eye the other night, and so yeah, I don't want to put it on anybody's channel, so I would talk in private. But and that there's this other guy, I don't aspire to do a podcast, but those Grossi and there's another guy, Benchwarmer Bryant or something. Those guys, I watch those guys, and I actually it does make me kind of want to get into it, but I don't have the time or effort to get into it. I'm probably not as good as those guys, so I'm just going to stay a heel. But I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you for coming, Steve-O. Appreciate you. What's up, Ryan? What do you got going on?
I got a show today with Jess from Red and Gold East Coast Podcast. And then obviously Monday, I've got the NWO podcast with Beto, Bashar from 49er Minded, and Aaron from 49er First Takes. I've got a show with Beto and Mariah from 49er Faithfully on Tuesday called Niners and Friends. Wednesday, I got a show with Joe Stevens. We're on his channel this week. And then Thursday, I got a show with Raj from our San Francisco 49ers. He will be on my channel this week. And then Friday, we'll be back here. Oh, also Wednesday, I'll be on East Coast Red and Gold podcast. So.
Yeah, awesome. East Coast Red and Gold, great show. If you guys haven't been there, like and subscribe. Please subscribe to Ryan's channel, Jon's channel, Corey's channel. Steve-O, if you do get a channel, there's gonna be a lot of support for you right there too. I've never seen this one here before. Willie Rodriguez.
What up, Willie?
Thank you very much for coming. Hopefully you
make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
give Bryant the bump.
We're just about getting out of here, so appreciate you coming, but maybe you'll rewatch. That'd be great. But guys, appreciate it. And hopefully, we made some sense today. We're that close. We're missing one thing, and it's either we found that key where we can unlock that door, and Steve-O, we don't have to kick it down. If we didn't find that key, let's kick through that door. Let's win a Super Bowl. And with that, guys, I think we're gonna be out. You guys have a great day, and next time I'll have 2 dad jokes for everybody. Okay, I gotta say I dropped the ball on this one. Okay, but hey, you guys, stay faithful.
I got one.
Okay,
I got one.
Right, let's go. I appreciate it. You got me.
Why did the cookie call the doctor?
Ooh, I don't know.
He felt crummy.
Oh my God. And with that, guys, we are out. You guys stay faithful. See you next Saturday. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.
Oh, and he's out. I was going to tell him another one for next week. It was a good one. All right, guys, take it easy.
Okay.